Hey guys, it's Ravenhawk6910 reporting once again. In this video, we're going to take a step back in time a little bit and check out a classic MTH engine from the 2004 Volume 1 catalog, the Great Northern W-1 Cascade electric locomotive in the classic orange, red, and black of the Milwaukee Road. First up, as always, disclaimer. The pros and cons in this video are not representations of my personal opinion. They attempt to be objective in nature and as such are either community opinions or facts about the models that I can represent on camera, so please don't assume that anything in this video is my personal opinion unless I state so otherwise. Additionally, it's important to note that I don't speak on behalf of MTH and am not endorsed by any company. I'm an independent reviewer and the work I do doesn't reflect the thoughts of any companies in question. Got it? Get it? Good. With that being said, let's set the mood and take a trip back in time to the Great Northern's Cascade division. Since the early 1920s, GN's Cascade division between Skykomish and Wenatchee, Washington had been an all-electrified operation. Even after the line relocation and especially with the opening of the new 7.8-mile-long Cascade Tunnel, steam locomotives simply could not operate on Stevens Pass. Though GN's box cab units from GE and Westinghouse had proven their worth over the years, after the Second World War came to an end, GN looked for more powerful engines to tackle the mountains with. The result were two beautiful, streamlined W-1 Cascade locomotives from GE in 1947, numbered 5018 and 5019. At over 100 feet long and rated at 5,000 horsepower, both W1s could conquer the stiff 2.2% grade to the summit of the pass at Cascade Tunnel single-handedly. Because of their 4884 wheel arrangement, railfans and railroaders called these engines the big boy of electric engines. In fact, it is rumored that they could pull a third more weight than the famed UP steamers. However, like most technology, progress eventually wins out. The Great Northern installed a ventilation system inside Cascade Tunnel which would allow for diesel operation over the pass. And with that, the electrification on the Great Northern came to an end. Cascade 5018 was sold to Union Pacific where it became the B unit for the coal turbine number 80, eventually being retired and scrapped in 1968. 5019 was less fortunate, meeting her end with a scrapper's torch in 1959. MTH offered the diecast metal Cascade in the 2004 Volume 1 catalog. However, since the Great Northern only bought 2 of them, MTH offered 3 additional paint schemes to make the engine more appealing to non-Great Northern fans, the Milwaukee Road seen here being one of them, but they also offered a Pennsylvania Railroad and a Virginian as well. Now, while this model isn't as well known as, say, the Milwaukee Road's Little Joe Electrics, in my opinion, the fact that it's in Milwaukee's paint scheme makes it that much more of an oddball, and you all know how much I love my oddball trains. Though one day I would love to find the original Great Northern Cascade as well to run with this thing. All of MTH's Cascades came with Proto Sound 2 and DCS on board. While it won't sound as good as a modern Proto Sound 3.0 equipped model, the sounds are still really good, though my one complaint is that the horn on this model is very loud. In fact, it's so loud it's almost ear-piercing. So when I run it, I typically lower the sound slightly so that it's not too much in your face. One of the things you're going to notice right away when you pick the engine up is that it's extremely heavy. The whole model is made of die-cast metal, which gives it a great feel and very good pulling power. Just use both hands to carry it. Just trust me on this one. The pilots on the engine have separately applied MU and trainline hoses. There's a gap between the engine and the trucks, but unlike most O-scale engines, that's actually realistic in this case since the W1s had this gap as well to help them negotiate curves. The cab on this model looks very good with an operating headlight and flashing Mars light above it, 2 lighted number boards, 1 on each side, as well as a door which is sprung, so it will open if you push it and snap back shut. There's also grab irons which are separately applied, and in the cab there are 2 hand-painted crew figures. The sides of the model are fairly plain since this engine is streamlined, but the Milwaukee Road red band makes the whole side pop and there's gold Milwaukee lettering in the middle. The back of the engine is identical to the front with an identical cab, so these engines could operate in either direction without having to be turned around. The model features 2 pantographs which can be moved to whichever position you'd like. MTH did not make these operational, but for me, I like it when they're both in the raised position, so this works out well for me. And in the middle, there are 4 large air tanks and a couple of single chime horns on either side of them. Alright, now that we've seen the details on the model, let's take this back inside to the layout and let's see how it runs. Here's the startup sequence. Here's the horn. Here's the bell.
Go ahead and get ready to pull out.
Here's some of the crew talk.
Take a look at the compressor. Sounds a little noisy. All right, I'll check that out. How's she been running? There goes the springs on truck 4. The tail seems a little bouncy. All right, I'll check that out. How's she been running? She ran great, thanks. Make sure the fan fans are topped off. All right, I'll check that out. Fan fins are topped off. Thanks, bud.
Alright, I've got the Cascade coupled up to a freight train, so let's roll her on out.
Tower, this is eastbound extra, approaching the yard.
All right, we got just what you defined, and you're clear to proceed to track 4.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me how much tonnage this old girl can pull.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, we've dropped our train. We can couple onto the string of empties. Hey, are you sure you're locked on? Why don't you go back and check that knuckle? Everything looks okay back there. Never doubt the great one. Yeah, who might that be? Tower, this is westbound extra. We're ready to take this train empties back.
Okay, gentlemen, you're clear to
Alright, that just about does it for this video. When these models were released back in 2004, they had an MSRP of $699.95. Now, they do pop up on eBay and on the aftermarket from time to time, so if you want one, I would say look carefully and check the condition of the model in question and see if the price it's selling for is fair to you or not. I got mine for around $390 and bought it from Trainmaster Models in Buford, Georgia. They've got a large selection of used O-scale trains as well as trains in every other scale, so even if you don't find one of these there may be something else there that you'll enjoy as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next review, which will be the MTH Rail King Scale Amtrak F40PH number 406. This is Ravenhawk6910, signing off.